Tempo Squad, what is up, y'all? Coach Alex coming at you today. We got week number 2 of our full body 30-minute power build. All right, the way we're gonna set it up today is first round, we're working straight sets of some B stance deadlifts, so activating some glutes and some hamstrings. Round 2 and 3 are gonna be supersets, which is gonna be involving full body movement. So lower body straight set to start it off, and then 2 supersets. Build up some stamina, create some muscular endurance, and focus on moving our movements fast. All right, first things first, we're gonna start with our warm-up. We're gonna take a step forward into our lunge. That back leg, reach and extend. Warming up through the hip flexor, hold it for 3, and back to the center. Opposite side, same thing, stepping forward. Wherever that back leg is, reach. Feeling it out. Right now, just getting a feel for our body, you guys. We got full body today, so we wanna make sure everything is nice and warm. Through our warm-up, this is gonna get a little bit of isometric work through that full lower body. My legs is already shaking a little bit, but we're gonna make sure we get nice and warm before we get into our first movement. Just take a second here, filling out the body, and release. All right, here we're gonna go with some squats. Widen the stance a little bit. Hands are gonna be extended. Overhead squat, just sitting as low as we can, keeping that chest up. Hold the bottom for a couple seconds, and we stand. Again, just gonna feel for everything, filling out that full body, trying to keep those heels flat there, chest is up. If you got limited range of motion through your hips and ankles like me, maybe your chest falls a little bit, but just try to focus on keeping those arms up and being as efficient as you can. Last rep, and release. All right, nice and easy. We're just gonna go with some cross body swings. Hugging yourself, loosen up those arms. We're gonna have some thrusters today. So we're gonna be moving powerfully through that upper body. Remember, when we talk about power, you guys, the question is, and the goal is, how can we get from point A to point B as efficient as possible, but moving that weight as quick as possible at the same time. So efficiency is always gonna be a big part of our power days. All right, go ahead and release. Let's go back to that wide stance. We're just gonna go with some cherry pickers. So if you ever played football, Pop Warner, had kids that played Pop Warner, you know what it is. 1, 2, 3, you got that clap in the middle. All right, let's rock through it. Take your time, pushing the hips to the back, clapping through that center, feeling the hamstrings warm up a little bit here, getting our heart rate up a little bit here as well. Just taking your time, and switch sides, other way. Take your time. If you're feeling good, speed it up a little bit. Take what your body needs. This gives me PTSD of those Pop Warner days. I loved football initially when I was younger, you guys, but I was so scared to get hit. I did not want to get hit. Go ahead and relax. I'm going to meet you in that high plank position. We're going to go shoulder taps. Hold that top plank. Right hand to left shoulder. Left hand to right shoulder. Come along. Focus on anti-rotation of that core. Warming up those shoulders. Warming up that core. All right, team. We got 20 seconds. Last 10, we're gonna go for 3 push-ups, all right? And that is right now. 3 good push-ups, all the way down, all the way up. Elbows are on 45 degrees. Last rep, and stand it up. All right, and go time. All right, first thing, you guys, first round straight set of some B stance deadlifts. Okay, so the goal here is being efficient from the bottom of our deadlift to the top. So for that B stance, we're gonna put that back foot onto the toe. Front leg is gonna be our working leg. Think like, let's say 80-20, all right? 80% of our weight is gonna be in that front leg, 20% of our weight is gonna be in the back leg. The back leg is not technically our working leg, you guys, our front leg is, but this is just our kickstand to utilize more stability so that we're not falling off balance while we're primarily working that front leg. Dumbbells are gonna be in hand. Again, 80-20, front leg slight bend, pushing the hips back. Once your hips can't go back any further, then you know, time to go back up, and then we're gonna drive fast up from the bottom. So control our descent and then explode on the way up, all right? First round, we're just gonna get a feel for it. Let's work our way through it. Keep those cues in mind. Front leg is planted, back leg on that toe. We got 8 reps. Here we go, let's rock. Pushing the hips back, feel that hamstring. Ooh, hello, feel that hamstring. Say hello to him, wake him up. Hamstrings for us, you guys, are typically a weaker muscle in our lower body. Typically, we're a lot stronger in our glutes. We're gonna be a lot stronger in our quads, but our hamstrings, we need to put some more attention to them. We gotta work through them. Last 2 reps. Hips back. Continue to focus on that front leg. And stand it up. Check it out. All right. second side. Plant that front leg. Put that weight into that toe and that back leg. Slight bend of that knee. Push your butt back, and we hinge. As well, guys, know the difference between a hinge and a squat. So a deadlift is always going to be a hinge motion. So we're really just working through the hips primarily, not through our knees. So all we're doing is hips go back. Once your hips go back far enough, you're going to feel that tension build through the hamstrings. And that's exactly what we're looking for. If we're feeling it in that hamstring, we're feeling that burn sensation low to high, that means we're just doing it right. That's it. Last rep. And release. Whew. All right, take a 1 minute break, you guys. Now the first set, we're just easing into it. We got 3 more of those sets, you guys. All right, so remember, trying to work on that hinge without bending the knee. So if you're a person who naturally, just because of bad habit of kind of mixing together a hinge and a squat, which we all do. We are all guilty of it, I promise you. Even I do it some days myself. Focus on, again, all hips. Hips are the only thing that move. Everything else is staying pretty much stationary. Really trying to activate that glute, hit a little bit of lower cheek there as well. But if we're getting to the point where we're starting to bend, check yourself. Nope, don't bend the knees. Activate the hips. Activate the hips. All right, round number 2 coming up. We're gonna start with that same side. Get your weights ready. Again, set your feet up. Squat it down and pick your weights up safely. Put that weight into that front leg. Back leg is our kick stance, and let that rock. 8 reps, push the hips back. For that stretch drive. And we create power, create explosiveness. As we're moving fast through this range of motion on the way up, continue to push those hips aggressively forward. So we're driving the hips back on the way down, and then we're popping those hips forward on the way up. Almost kind of think of it as like we would do a hip thrust, right? A hip thrust, we drop the hips, and then we pop the hips. RDL, same as that concept, just from a standing position. Last rep. And release. All right, check it out. Opposite side. Here we go. It's getting spicy. I'm starting to feel it. The hamstring is warming up now. That 3rd and 4th set, we're gonna need some work. Here we go. Front leg slight bend, hips back. This is the side I keep messing up. My right side. I was trying to sprint, thinking I was still in high school or something. Sprinting around the track. Tried to go around the curve. Real tired. Hamstring said, nope, I'm not ready for it. I am not 16. That's the importance of strengthening our hamstrings, guys. We neglect them too much. You gotta make sure we strengthen them. Last rep for me. Man, rest. 1 minute break. Grab some water, towel off, shake it off. That's 2 sets done. We got 2 sets to go. Alright? Thinking about the benefit of working a B stance single leg deadlift compared to a balancing single leg deadlift is our goal is to build strength, right? So if we're a little more stable, that's gonna allow us to go a little bit heavier with our weight, right? Where if we had that variable focus on our balance, which it's a great move by all means, amazing move, but we're gonna have limited ability to go heavier because we're gonna be focused on our balance. So there's a time and place for something like that. With this B stance, it's gonna allow us to create a little bit more strength gains, and we're still working a powerful drive on the way up. So we're kind of getting the best of both worlds when it comes to our deadlift for this one. All right, we're going to our 3rd round. Let's start putting it all together here, team. Slice off, bending both knees, hips go back. Drive. Think about, can we get from the bottom to the top in less than 1 second? Be violent with the hips. Don't forget about bending the knees too much. All hips, all hips, all hips. Another thing I see go wrong in the deadlift, you guys, is we're focused on reaching. If you start reaching and rounding your back, we're messed up. We're not focused on our legs anymore. We're too focused on how low our arms can get, which honestly is completely irrelevant to the efficiency of this movement. And relax. So less about how low our arms are getting and more so about how far our hips are going back. That's what's really going to activate the hamstring as much as we can. All right, here we go. Hips back. Squeeze the back as you're going down. Isolate that front leg. Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling it. This right side is weak for me, y'all. This right side is weak. It made me work. Every time it's a different tension as I get to the bottom. Good form, good quality. Take your time. One last good rep. Sheesh. Yes, Don't worry, you guys. Shaking it out. Another good reason for unilateral work, you guys, for runners, being a runner myself, is when you think about running, we're always on one leg at a time. Running is not a 2-foot sport. I mean, of course, yeah, it's a 2-foot sport if you want to be critical, but we're only working one leg at a time. Only one foot is on the floor at a time. So again, understanding our imbalance from side to side. And when we think about hamstring, if you think about running efficiency and running power, the more power we have, the more efficiency we're going to have in terms of how much force we're producing off the floor with each and every single ground contact. So really strengthening your hamstrings, doing single leg work like this, especially for my runners, is going to take your running game to the next level. Trust me, I am a 117 half marathoner, not to brag or nothing, but I might know what I'm talking about. You feel me? Going back into that V stance deadlift. Left leg in front, back leg back. Shoot the hips back. Feel that stretch to the hamstring. All right. We're almost to that backside now, you guys. Last round. Let's be intentional about our repetitions here. Big drives. Be explosive. Let that front leg do the work. Arms just hang. Yeah, I see ya. Keep working. Last 2 reps for me. I feel good about this round. That's what I'm talking about. For me at least, as we get deeper into our sets, I start to feel a little more comfortable with my movement, just because we do it over and over and over, right? So after you feel like, oh, I'm feeling unstable here, or I don't like this round, as we get to it that next time, we become a little bit more intuitive about what we're doing, a little bit more intentional about where we're going wrong and where we can fix it. Come on, team. Slight bend in that knee. Don't start bending that knee too much. Hips back. Imagine you had that ball behind you. Push your butt into that wall. 2 more. Last rep for me. And that's money. Other job, you guys. Dumbbells can go down. Grab a sip of water. Wipe off if you need. Round number 2, you guys. We're going to go to a superset of some shoulders and some core. Okay, so let's go ahead and change our weights. Definitely going to need to lighten the weight here as we go into it. We're going to have a wood chop and a shoulder press. Okay, so let's go ahead and change those weights as needed. Pause if you need. I'm gonna grab some quick water. Let me explain to what we got here. We got 3 sets of a superset, core, and shoulders on deck. All right, for the wood chop, you guys, we're gonna be in that kneeling position. So one knee is down, opposite leg is gonna be in front of us. Again, on a single dumbbell, I like to grab the ends of our dumbbell rep, and then from here, starting from the inside of the hip, squeezing by keeping the arms extended, extending straight across the body, and I like to let my eyes follow where the dumbbell is going, okay? But the main thing here, try to keep the arms straight so we can really feel it work through our lats, through our obliques, getting all that side of our core working and going in action, okay? Second movement is gonna be our kneeling shoulder press, so we're gonna be both knees on the floor. Dumbbell is gonna be right at the shoulders, and then we're just pressing and extending straight above the head, okay? Those 2 movements, back to back, limited rest in between them. We'll take a rest after the shoulder press, 3 sets of work. All right, let's start with that kneeling wood chop first. Pick a side, any side. Arms extended, coming from the side of the hip. We got 8 reps. Arms stay straight, focus on your breathing. Inhale as you come down, exhale as you extend. This is a movement that definitely takes a little more focus, just because you have a lot going on with the kneeling position, trying to keep the arms straight, and then also following the eyes of the dumbbell, and release. All right, switch the sides, the other way, as the knee comes forward. Same dumbbell, starts in the inside hip. Push that weight forward a little bit, arms straight, and let's chop. Squeeze that core. Try not to put too much pressure through your lower back. Squeeze that core, stay upright. Keep your spine neutral, and let the arms do the work. Chop that wood. This is a good movement to really strengthen that core with some dumbbells without laying on the floor doing a sit-up or a crunch. And relax. All right, we're going with that kneeling shoulder press, you guys. 8 reps. Both knees are down. Dumbbells are gonna start top of those shoulders. Then starting with a little bit tighter elbow position here, and then we'll rotate the elbows out as we press. All right, squeeze that core. Pressing straight up, making sure we're staying upright. If we're starting to feel pinch on our lower back, activate your core more. Stay upright. Tell yourself, do not lean back. Leaning back is only gonna put too much pressure on our lower back. It's not gonna be comfortable. So focus on that core. Use your spine as leverage and relax. 1 minute break. Let's use it. That is set number 1, guys. We got that wood chop and that shoulder press. As you see, there's a lot of core in both of those. Even though we're working the shoulder press, we're getting a lot of work through our core as well, but that's trying to stay upright and work through that full range of motion. As an option, you guys, I didn't give it to you that first round, but if we need, we can also go to the half kneeling position for the shoulder press if you feel more comfortable here as well. So if you're somebody who's feeling a lot of pressure through your lower back from that both knee kneeling position, maybe coming to a half kneeling position will take a little bit of pressure out your lower back. So if you're somebody who was hurting your lower back a little bit, try that half kneeling position for this second round. Okay, we're going back to that wood chop. I don't remember which side I started. I think this side. Don't matter too much. We're gonna hit both sides. All right. Starting in the kneeling position. Dumbbell comes to the side. We go in 5. Big inhale. Exhale. And let ride. This is one of those moves, you guys, where when my son is making me mad, I make him think we're gonna do something fun. I'm like, Amias, let's go to the pool. And then I go to the pool and I grab him and I throw him in the water. Just like this with this same motion. So this is actually good practice for throwing your kids in the pool and helping them learn how to swim. So this has multiple benefits to this movement here. All right, switching sides and let ride. Even though I know that's kind of cruel, I can't even swim, you guys, if I'm being honest. That's gonna be my New Year's resolution going into next year. Learn how to swim. I'm gonna take some lessons, I promise. I'm gonna hold myself to it. You gotta hold me to it too. And relax. Sheesh. Back to that shoulder press. End of round number 2. Again, if you're feeling that pinch in your lower back, you guys, go to that half kneeling position. I'm gonna stay with that 2 kneeling position. Dumbbells coming back to the top of the shoulders. And let ride. Take the time. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way back. Just be happy to move our body right now, y'all. We're getting better. We're getting that full body action right now. I'm getting a little bit of everything. Be explosive on that press. Use your core. And relax. Shake it out. I'm getting sweaty, y'all. It's getting spicy. It's getting spicy. Alright. Last round. Let's make it our best round. Let's put it all together. Nothing new. Same thing. Not asking for more. Just asking for consistency. Alright? We don't gotta weather the storm. We just gotta survive it. That's it. I messed that up. It's supposed to be we don't gotta beat the storm. We just gotta weather it. There we go. Rewind. That was the way it's supposed to be. Don't gotta beat it. Just gotta weather it. We're going back to that wood chop. Starting with that same original side. Take your time. Be intentional with our core. Arms stay straight. Let's make this last set our best set. All right, kneeling position. Grab your weight. Take one last big inhale and exhale. And let's get better. Here we go. 8 reps. Arms stay straight. Really work into that hip pocket. Follow the eyes with the dumbbell. So there we go. I can feel those obliques working. I can feel those lats turning on. Third set, this weight feels a little heavier than it did a couple minutes ago. And release. Opposite side. Let's make it happen. Back to that limb position. What we did to one side, we gotta do it to the other side. Here we go. Hip pocket. And we work. Exhale as you press up. Inhale on the way down. Stay in control. Don't let the dumbbell control you. Well, you always control the weight. Squeeze that core. Don't start turning too much to the lower back. Last 2 reps. Yeah. Yes, sir. Put it behind you. No more wood chops. We're gonna hit with that shoulder press. The last and final time for 8. Take whatever option we need. Half kneeling or both knees down. But let's make it a good set. Explode on the press. Control on the way down. Here we go. And time. Control. Good. Slow on the eccentric. Explode on the way up. Yeah, that's good money right there. Smile if it burns. Smile if it hurts. That just means we're getting better. That's it. 2 more reps. Make it happen. Don't give in now. That's what I'm talking about. Give yourself a little hand. I don't know, that one's tough for me. That one's tough for me. So I'm gonna give myself my round of applause for getting through that one. Cause I didn't want to do that last set if I'm being honest. Shoulders were starting to burn. Alright, let's go ahead and change our weight. Once again here you guys. Going into our last superset. We're gonna work a thruster. So we're gonna be back into our standing position. A little bit of full body. We're gonna work a squat into a press. I'll show us what that thruster looks like in just a minute. And then we're gonna be back on the mat for a sprinter setup for our last movement. Change your weight. Pause if we need. Grab some water. Hydrate, reset. Last superset right here. Challenge ourselves to building stamina here. Again, in our thruster, about efficiency. Really focus on the efficiency through our lower body. I know even though we're gonna be pressing above head, we're actually gonna think, oh, it's an upper body movement, which yes, you're not wrong, but it's gonna be delivering and stabilized through our lower body first. So the more efficient and powerful we are with our lower body, it's actually gonna make it easier on our upper body, okay? We're gonna start with that thruster first. Dumbbell's gonna be to the top of the shoulders. We're gonna bring it down into that squat and then explode as we press. Again, the more explosion we can create from the lower body, easier that press is gonna be for us. So really kind of act like you're jumping out from the bottom. Let those dumbbells fly. All right, we got 8 reps, and let's make it happen. Squat it down, drive it up fast. Use those legs, inhale on the way down. Use all that energy return on the way up. Elbows stay tight. Here we go. Even if your feet leave the floor a little bit, you'll see me exaggerate that lower body motion just to make it a little bit easier on my upper body. Last rep for me. Good. All right, bring it down to the mat, you guys. Sprinter sit up. So this is gonna work. We're gonna start flat. As we come into our sit up, opposite arm, opposite leg are gonna come up, back down to the floor. Same thing on the side. All right, 20 seconds. Let's move that whole 20. Here we go. Land flat. Arm and knee meet each other. Find a good rhythm. Imagine you're outside, going for that sprint, going for that hill sprint. If you're in San Francisco, then you can't find nowhere flat. That's fine. Work for it. And 1. Relax. 1 minute break. Good work, you guys. Take a time, reset, catch your breath. Heart rate's gonna get up a little bit in this last superset. That's fine. That thruster is really gonna get our heart rate up initially, and then we're just trying to let that heart rate come down a little bit, but still heart rate's gonna be elevated in that sprinter setup as we're working for time, not for reps. So take this time, be intentional about your recovery. Big inhales, big exhales. We got set number 2 on deck. Set number 2 on deck. Go ahead and stand on up if you're not standing up yet. Shake it out. Lengthen out that core. First set is behind us. Set number 2. Work ain't done yet. Hold up, wait a minute. I thought I was finished. I've listened to Meek Mill all day today. All day I've been on Meek Mill. He's my go-to guy when it comes to pre-workout, just music selection. Here we go. Dumbbell thruster. 8 reps. Squat it down. Drive. Be explosive. If we're feeling that we're kind of leaning to one side or another here, actively try to fix it. If you know you're leaning to your left a little bit, try to force yourself more to your right, and then maybe that's going to even you out a little bit. But try to be efficient. Pop it. Drive. There we go. Forward. Focus on your breathing. Inhale on the way down. Exhale, use that energy on the way up. Yeah. All right. Now 2 sets of that thruster. We're only going to see that thruster one more time. But first, we're going to be back on the mat. We got that sprinter setup. Sprinter setup this time, you guys. Let's try to speed it up a little bit. Speed it up a little bit. Couple more reps than we did that first round. Here we go. And time. Simon says pause. Yeah, that's it. Keep working. Come on, 10 seconds, halfway. For those of y'all that did pause, that's a good reaction. You know, your P's and Q's. Last rep. Yeah, that core is killing me right now. And my last workout, and the strength workout, if you've already done it, week 2, I talked about how bad my hips were. Also, another weak point is definitely probably my core. If I'm being honest, I need to add some more core work into my week. So it's nice doing it with you guys and helping you at it as well. This is gonna keep me more on my P's and Q's, making sure I'm doing the things that I need more work with as well. Then spinner stuff. Yeah, that's some work right there. That's some work right there. All right, stand it up, but we haven't already. Thrusters and sprinters sit up. Uno más. One more time. Grab those dumbbells. Meet you on the mat. 8 good reps. 8 explosive reps. Be as explosive as possible. Let that heart rate come up. Come on. Drop it down. Let's do it. I ain't even got to talk this one. We're just going to work. We're just going to make it happen. Clean good reps. Be powerful. Be explosive. Make it happen. We get it better. Hell yeah. 8 reps for me. That round might have went a little bit quicker. That's fine. It's being explosive. Meet you back down on the floor. Sprinter sit-ups. This time, we go even a little bit quicker. Trying to get as many reps as we can. Last time we see it. Last exercise we got. Let's make that daily deposit. Here we go. Laying flat. 20 seconds. Empty that tank. Take your time. Speed it up. It's okay if the heart rate comes up. It's okay if it gets hard. It's okay if it gets tough. That's what we're here for. Without change, without challenge, isn't no change. Come for that challenge. We're gonna leap with that change. Last rep. Yeah. Give yourself a hand, y'all. Way to make it happen. Power days are not easy. It's some real work in the power days. So I salute you getting through that with me. All right. We're going to our cool down first. We're just focus on a couple big breaths, guys. Big inhales into the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Let's do a couple more of those. Big inhale into the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. One more big one. Inhale into the nose. And exhale. All right, we're gonna go to kneeling, groin and abductor stretch. One leg is gonna come off to the side. Hands are gonna be in front of us. And from here, we're just gonna try to push the hips back a little bit. If you're feeling good, you can bring the elbows down. Feel a little bit deeper stretch to your adductor. Just take what you need right here. If the hands down feels good, we'll keep it there. But if not, we can go elbows down. Try to get your chest as low as you can to the floor. Continue just to focus on our breathing. Let your heart rate come down. We'll hold this a couple more seconds. And switching sides. Opposite knee down. Leg comes off to the side. Hips go back. Elbows come down. Yeah. And yeah, this is week 2. Week 2 of that power. As you can tell, we built a little bit from last week. Last week we did normal deadlifts. We still had some push press. We had a little more core this week. More of a kind of direct and intentional build this week. We're still focusing on similar mechanics. We don't have to change our movements too much from week by week. We work it out progressive overload. So we see a pattern of the movement one week. We practice and perfect it the next week and continue to get a little bit better. Go ahead and release. Here we're gonna go cat-cows. Tabletop position. Hands under the knees. Hands under the shoulders. Knees under the hips. Push the floor away. As you exhale, tuck in that chin to the chest. Inhale into your cow. One vertebra at a time for that stretch. Let it do the work. Exhale, push the floor away. Push hard, push hard, push hard. Tuck the chin. And reverse. Gazing up, pushing the hips back. And let's go one more. Push the floor away. And take your time coming back into that cow. All right, last one, you guys. Go ahead and take a seat. We're gonna go 90-90, front leg at 90, back leg at 90. And from here, we're gonna reach forward. If you can get the elbows down into the floor, get the elbows down. If not, hands are just fine right here. You can take these last 20 seconds, you guys. Remind yourself of what you're thankful for today. I know you might have had a hard day, might not have had the best day, and even if we had a great day, take some time to show thanks to what we're grateful for, show some gratitude to the good things and the positive things that we can focus on in our life, and try to make today a good day. Make every day a good day. And relax. Check it out. Hell of a job today, you guys. Again, that was our 30-minute full body build focused on power, getting in and out of our movements quickly but efficiently. Again, I'm Coach Alex, and I'll catch you next time.